Hello everybody, LastStand here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today it's Doom Tower Day number 7 and we are facing off against Sorath the Frost Spider once again. And as in previous videos, we are gonna read over the boss mechanics before we go into the battle. Also, before we get any further into the video, if you do find it helpful and if you do enjoy the content, it would really help out if you did subscribe to the channel, because that will tell YouTube that people like my content and maybe YouTube will promote it. So thank you very much. So the first skill, Wide Out, is attack all enemies, place a 50 decrease accuracy debuff for 2 turns. So maybe a cleanser could be viable for this boss. And the second one, places a block buff debuff and a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns on enemies under frozen debuffs. Places a 30% decrease speed debuff and 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns on enemies that have no freeze debuffs. So for sure maybe a cleanser could go in handy. For the third skill, Absolute Zero, remove all buffs from enemies then attacks them. Has a 100% chance of placing freeze debuff for 1 turn. The chance decreased to 50% instead if Sorath is under HP burn. As we did this last time, we had Bulwark because he got that HP burn, because he also got that I'm gonna jump over skill now, but revive Sorath with 50% HP and all skill level reset if Sorath is killed with not under HP burn. So that is why we need Bulwark for sure for this champion, for this fight. But you can also use the block revive skill, so perhaps I bring in my army girl or something as well. So then let's jump into the fourth skill. When attacked, has 20% chance of placing freeze debuff on the attack for 1 turn. Increase Sorath def and resist if Sorath is not under HP burn. Okay, so I'm thinking, since I don't got the biggest roster available, I think a Bulwark is a given, that for sure. And Arbiter, because Arbiter, she's always amazing. And we are gonna also bring in, I think we actually gonna bring in the Relic Pretender. And we're also gonna bring in our Trusted Royal Guard for some damage, and then we got one last spot. And that last spot is gonna go for Sorgala for some decreased death. So actually I want some more damage, I think. So we are gonna try to do it without Relic Pretender. I don't know if this will work or not. But we are actually gonna bring in, I think, either Bombardier or Armiger. I think Armiger actually, because Armiger is freaking awesome everywhere. And accuracy, no, death in all battles, yeah, I think that is the aura we're gonna go with. So it's with some increase in death, because that's the only aura I got in this team. So let's try it out, guys. It feels really exciting, to be honest, to just try out some different comps and see what works and what doesn't work. Because before the boss you never know, and you don't know how hard it is at the moment. Maybe it will be easy, maybe it will be harder, I do not know. And so much depends on Bulwark in this fight or Armiger, because there you can see that skill, lay to rest. Armiger can get that skill on the boss, and then it doesn't need an HP burn. But if it doesn't got an HP burn, then Bulwark, or if anybody else champion does kill it, then it just revives, and it takes a lot longer time, and maybe we will wipe him, and we shall see. I feel like the waves are taking longer than they have done earlier, so yeah, it most likely gonna be a longer fight than I'm usually normal to. And there this got the freeze, and they've got this decreased hermit, and oh, that's good, that's really good. The first hit, and it's an HP burn going on the boss already, so I won't complain about that. Some of the turn meter reduction, which is always good. And there goes Bulwark again, and there goes the Frost Spider with that annoying removing all debuffs. So we'll see. I got a feeling that when you put this, or it is an auto at the moment, but I got a feeling when you got this battle on auto, there are gonna be a few times when your team is killing the spider but it doesn't got an HP burn, so you gotta start all over again. But we'll see how it works out. So far it's like a slow and steady. I feel like if we are gonna do this, we will get the time at best at maybe like 4 minutes or something, or maybe 5 minutes. I would love a Cold Heart, or maybe even my Soul Bombardier. Maybe my Soul Bombardier would be better, to be honest, than the Armiger, because it feels like the Frost Spider is getting a few turns every here and there, and I don't really agree with that. But you know, it is what it is. And there goes Sorgala with a Devastate. Maybe since the Frost Spider is removing all the debuffs all the time, maybe I shouldn't bring in a decrease defense champion, or a champion that is mostly here for that. Maybe it would be better to bring in, like, say, for example, what's her name, Solvan Bowyer, because the thing is, not Seal of the Drakes, I mean Royal Guard can also place a decreased death on one target, so he can also be a decreased death person, because for example I think, or I don't think, I know he's my decreased death person in Spider at the moment, Spider's 20. So 3 minutes in, and it feels like this is slow and steady, and I think we might be able to do this, or I think we are gonna be able to do this, because my champions are at like 50% HP and the boss is lower, but it will also depends on if we will have that HP burn up or not. So please place it. There we go, to turn, but I think the boss is gonna remove it now when it gets its turn, which is bad, which I don't like. Oh no, okay, no, it's still there, so that's good. So yeah, I think we got it now. I think we're gonna get the boss down. We just need one big hit and we should be all there. One big hit, and there we go, 55k from Sorgala, and we got it our first try. 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Really nice. I like that I can epic book as well and some epic material, so I won't complain about that. As you can see, MVP here, Bulwark with the HP burn of course, and then with Royal Guard, massive damage. Sorgala did some as well. And then Arbiter, I don't know if Arbiter did that much this time actually. But and then we got armor gear and armor gear, so all is armor gear though. But I am actually gonna try this with a different setup to see if I can get a different time. Hold on a second, guys. So here we actually come in with a lot better time. We are 2 minutes and 50 seconds in, and he's almost dead, or she's almost dead. I think it's a her, I might be wrong. Guys, comment down below, is it a he or is it a she? But anyways guys, 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and I did switch in Tyrell and Solvan Bowyer, and it seems that it did some work, because as you can see here, Solvan Bowyer does a lot of damage, 1.88 million damage, and Tyrell is not really here for damage, but he did 800,000, but he both got decreased defense and decreased attack. Plus, Tyrell can also decrease the turn meter. So it's a combination of everything, I don't know. So Sorgala or Tyrell for my team, I don't know if it matters that much. But anyhow, I am pretty happy with 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So guys, do let me know what team you are using and what time you have got on the spider boss so far, or the frost spider I should say. So anyways guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, then please do leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. As always, until next time, stay awesome and take care. Bye.